7 reasons why the 1950s was the best time to grow up. 1. Children were allowed freedom. Streets were almost free of traffic in the 1950s, so they became playgrounds for many children. Kids would leave after breakfast and return for lunch. They wouldn't return home until darkness fell. Children often arrived with scraped knees. They often had torn or muddy clothes. Children with bikes would cycle miles from home. Some kids went catching insects and minnows. They used jam jars, bottles, nets, and traps. The insects could then be used as bait for bigger fish. On Saturday morning, kids would go to a local cinema. They went there completely unattended. 2. Children made their own toys. Matches, corks, quills, rope and wood didn't go to waste. They could be used to create games and toys. Twigs and branches provided whistles and pop guns. A piece of rope could create a simple swing. Tops were carved from a wooden thread spool. A hillside could become a slide. The homemade toys often replicated the shop bought. Dolls' clothes were seldom purchased. In stores, dolls came with one perfect outfit. Any extras were made at home. Miniature furniture was crafted at home or locally. A small box could become a doll's bed. Balls were sometimes purchased, but they could be homemade from paper and wool. 3. Sport was very popular among children. In summer, it was cricket and tennis. Many parks had tennis courts and putting greens. There you could hire the equipment. Football was played all year round. Girls would often choose skipping ropes and hoops. They also drew hopscotch on the road with chalk. 4. There was no pressure to have the best clothes. Shoes and clothing were expensive. Dresses, skirts, and jumpers were often handmade. Clothes were often handed down, especially school uniforms. Patches on clothes were common. Shoes were patched, healed, and passed on. New clothes could be acquired only for a special occasion. There were the everyday clothes and the Sunday best. Washing was not done as frequently as nowadays. Saturday night in most homes was bath night, so everyone would be prepared for church on Sunday. The washing day was Monday. This was because factories were closed on Sundays. The air was at its cleanest on Mondays. It was better for drying clothes outdoors. 5. Toys were sought after. There was less emphasis on having the latest toy. Sharing and handing down books and toys was the norm. Battered-looking dolls and soft toys were passed among siblings. Dog-eared books were read and reread. 6. Children had healthier meals. All meals were home-cooked. Mothers would cook every day, so the food was always fresh. Snacks between meals were rare. Crisps were only available in one flavor. They were usually more of a treat than a daily snack. 7. Children helped their families from a young age. Kids helped make jam and preserves. Berry and fruit picking was a popular summer activity. It was often the kids' responsibility to collect firewood. They helped with turf cutting. They also did other jobs around the home and farm. Having many siblings was common. Older children took care of the younger ones.